or Ian is weird, depending on where you're watching this from. Should be used to that by now. So today, I'm going to try to paint, and I am not a skilled painter by any means or stretch of the imagination, but I'm especially bad at acrylic painting. Sorry, um, this thing is all dusty because it's been up for a while. So I'm going to try to work on my blank but make it Halloween challenge that I recently got. Been avoiding it a little bit because I haven't really known what I wanted to do. But I think painting is going to be the best call. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape off the portion of my paper that I want to paint, because I don't want this to be full-sized, and I think I'm going to put it in a picture frame if it doesn't look like absolute horse shit. And it probably will, let's be honest. Also, I know that sometimes acrylic paint, if it's like on really thick, can also cause your dog hair, can cause your paper to buckle, but I'm hoping we can just avoid that. I'm not taping it down to the table or to my lap desk, which is what I normally do. I'm just taping out a rectangle that's approximately the size of the frame that I have. I was expecting to do more watercolors than I have done in the past year, so I bought a bunch of frames at the dollar store. I bought a couple, and last year, and just haven't really used them. So why not use them for something? Maybe I'll make like a fucking Christmas card or something. I don't know. I don't know who would want this Christmas card, but so I am gonna pick a brush out, and I think this might be the one. Okay, so I don't have like I have I don't have as many acrylic paints as I have watercolors, because I got a watercolor kit from my sister. Well, it was my sister's and I took it. So, but I have this brand. It's Royal Lang Nickel Essentials, and it's like a 12-pack or something like that. And then I also got these neon colors, and they're Artist Lofts acrylic paints. I have some paint pens. I am using watercolor paper. I think ideally you should use paper that's made for multimedia or like acrylic paints, but I don't have that. So I also have a bunch of, well, not a bunch, but I have some acrylic paints like this. So I think what I'm going to do is first I'm going to pick some tree colors, and I'm going to kind of make a tree shape. That makes sense, right? I mean, I guess. I don't know. I don't know shit about acrylic paints. I barely know shit about watercolors, so it should be interesting, right? Golden brown. This is a metallic. I guess it's gold. That'll be cool somewhere along the line, but not right now. We got too many rooms. Okay, and then I have some black and I have some white. And then I have the colors in my fucking, I can't, my brain is like not for words, but this is also like the third video I've done today. I did a video on health insurance, totally random, but feel like a lot of people, I've been seeing it all over, and I know a fair amount about health insurance, so I wanted to share what I knew. And these olive greens are pretty similar, so I'm just going to toss the one that's not open back into the box to make some room here. And then I'm going to, there's a lot of shaking going on. I don't particularly like it. Trash for you. Put some white paint. Dear God. Come on, give me some paint. Give me some paint. Okay, cool. That's cool. Hey, Lydia, how are you? Are you feeling better? This looks like not even used. Has this been open? Oh, shit, did I break the top? I broke the top. Oopsie. Nobody saw that. So I'm doing my blank but make it Halloween challenge prompt that I've been avoiding because I didn't really know what to do with it. I was gonna make like a tree garland, but decided this looks exactly like a vagina. But I'm not gonna put up a tree this year. We don't have room for it, so there's no point. So I've got some green paints. The prompt was tree, but make it Halloween by adding cobwebs. And so that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna start with the tree. I don't really know how to acrylic paint. If you weren't here when I said that, let it be known that I'm just kind of faking it till I make it. Yeah, you're feeling better, but I'm dealing with pain in your knees. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh God, I should have mixed that. That looks weird. It's like a weird drop. Okay, so those are actually pretty similar in color, and then I have like a lime green. Then I'm gonna put over here. Okay, well we're gonna just put a lot. It just kind of comes out as it wants to come out. Okay, what have I gotten myself into? Okay, so I'm gonna start with like a dark olive green, and I'm just gonna kind of smash my brush into the paper in the rough shape of a Christmas tree. It's not science, it's art. So I have a friend who is a really amazing painter, and he paints like miniatures for like Warhammer, and he is so good, and I just want to like pick his brain and be like, how do I paint better? How do I make things look good? Because I really just don't know. He's good dry brushing, like he's entered competitions and he's like, done really well, like second place, like big competitions. So like he's really good and I'm really bad. Like how do you blend colors? Like I don't know. But this is not about being perfect. It's not even about being close to perfect. It's about trying our hardest and trying to be happy with what we've got. Isn't that the reason for the season? Or something? I don't know. Okay, so this was like way too green. I need something more like natural looking. Because that is a lot. Remember when I was like, I don't think the paper is going to buckle because I'm not going to use a lot of paint? Well, it's already happening. Have you painted like plastic Christmas tree balls? Yeah. I've done like the paint inside and stuff like that. I think I don't know if I painted on the outside of them, but maybe like a couple little details, but nothing like crazy. Is that what you're gonna do? Okay, so these colors are all getting like super muddy. They are just like becoming exactly what I did not want them to become, which is like it just like all the layering is just totally gone. Okay, so I'm taking some black and then I'm gonna go back in, so maybe a lighter green, and I'm gonna just like try to like smush those around. What paint did you use? So, let's see, plastic. So for your best results, you're probably going to want to lightly sand the outside of the ball so the paint sticks a little bit better. I would probably use acrylic and then seal the acrylic with either an acrylic sealer like this. So this is the um, Plaid Patricia Nemox, Nymox clear acrylic sealer. So it just puts like a sealant on top of all your acrylic, because acrylic will tend to chip off of a lot of things. Um, or you can Mod Podge it, which more people I think have access to Mod Podge. But some people don't like that uh, kind of finish. So, you know, whatever you want. Um, so I have a roll of paper towels here because I knew that this is going to be an extensive process. So now my paper is pretty wet. I probably should have done like something in the background first, but it's a little too late for that. And maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe this is the best time to do it because I'm going to cover parts of it up. So I'm going to do a really weird colored sky. So I'm gonna start with this neon blue. Actually, I have the lighter one. Yeah, this is neon light blue. So I'm gonna start with like a touch of that. Man, you really can't control how much comes out of here. The holes are just like so big. It's just like bam. And then I'm gonna take maybe this brush. Sure. And I'm gonna, where I want the kind of bottom of the horizon to be, I'm going to do that because I think it will be a nice like reflection of the snow, and it'll be fun to like put those colors back in the snow. Um, I was at Walmart yesterday and they had them in, and I didn't know what paint to get. Yeah, I would say acrylic's probably your best bet, and acrylic is um, pretty cheap. You can get a kit or you can get individual colors, kind of depending on what you're feeling like doing. Um, should I go blue, yellow, pink, or blue, pink, yellow? Blue, pink, yellow. And this is tart grapefruit from the Mondo Llama collection at um, Target, and it's huge. So I'm actually just gonna dip my brush in here like a heathen. And I guess the places you want them to blend, you just kind of go over both colors and hope and pray that something good happens from that. The good thing about watercolor paper is it's very textured, so you're gonna get just that will help with the blending. Um, so just use that in your favor. I'm like alternating swiping and stamping motions. I think the easiest thing to do with plastic balls is to, if you want to do like glitter ones, which I think are really gorgeous, is you put some glue in there and you put glue inside the ornament, right? And then you pour glitter. You like you move the thing or the fucking ornament around until uh, glue coats the entire inside, and then you can put like glitter, you can put beads, you can put fake snow, you can do things like that. So that's a really cool way to do it, and then you don't have to worry about like paint potentially cracking or anything like that on you. Okay, so now that I've done the pink, I'm going to go back in with the blue. Yeah, I think that would be a really fun activity on your channel. I'm just going to lightly kind of blend the two together. The pink is a little bit more pigmented than the blue, so it's kind of eating up the color a little bit more. But that's okay. It's a little bit... Oh my god. Oh, this is so annoying. I just can't like control how much it's going to come out. Maybe I'll do the snow highlights here too then, I guess. The blue actually has a fair amount of white in it, which makes it so light, so it's lightening up spots that are blending, which is kind of a weird phenomenon, but okay, whatever. I just wish I could be better at this than I am. And then I'm going to take some blue, and I'm just going to kind of like draw some kind of... Oops, I got green in the place where I didn't want green. Oopsies. Oh god, it's spreading. Oh god, damn it. Why didn't I clean my brush off before I went back in? It's not yarn related and I want to do different things. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, spread your wings. I mean, I'm not doing anything yarn related right now. Think you should do what makes you happy, you know, what you have fun doing. Another really fun thing to do, if you didn't already buy the plastic, ornaments, is to get styrofoam balls and use push pin, like pins that you use for like sewing, like head pins, and then use those to pin sequins to it on the outside. You can also use it to pin a ribbon on top to hang it on the tree. It's really beautiful, really fun. It's a little bit more tedious than painting on the outside, but it's really fun. That's really fun too. So styrofoam balls and the pins. So that you need styrofoam balls, pins, like sewing pins, and sequins. Of anything. And it looks like a disco ball, but you can also like do different patterns on it or whatever you wanted to do. So that's another option for you if you wanted to take that. Feel free to take that and run with it. I've learned my lesson and should mix these. Okay, just a little bit of yellow. So we don't want a lot of yellows now. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so this paint is going on very well. Very pigmented. Then sure I don't get any green in my skyline. I'm just gonna drag the yellow kind of all the way through all the colors so that it kind of like shines on it like a little pretty thing. Yeah. Okay, I don't hate it. I don't love it. I don't hate it. I'm trying to keep the pink paired with the other colors so that it doesn't look just like Yellowstone. Yeah, so I'm actually gonna take some of the like lime green that I have on this flat brush, and I'm just gonna like start kind of just, I don't know, stamping it around a little bit, just like the tip of it. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a bigger brush that's dry, and I'm just gonna blend all of these like spots in. And they don't need to be uniform. In fact, it's better if they're not. Kind of randomly place them on the painting. The base of the tree is mostly dry, so it shouldn't eat up too much of this lighter color. But we'll see, because again, I know I keep saying it, but I don't really know how to do this. I don't know how to paint. So I'm gonna wet that brush and dry it out on here. Clean this brush at the same time. Yeah, so that could be a good painting activity. But like I said, you want to make sure that you put something on top of the paint that's gonna keep the paint from cracking. Mod Podge is probably your best bet. They have glossy and they have matte, so make sure you know which one you picked up, because the containers don't look that different. And but yeah, you can go have fun with that. Okay, so dry brush, and it's kind of like this. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so I want most of the tree to be covered up. I'm gonna take the darker green and kind of get it all over my brush. I'm not gonna get a lot of color on there, and I'm just gonna kind of start like layering these together. Just so I can get a multi-dimensional tree. Get a little black on there, a little green. Okay, so I guess I did that. But there's a lot of ways to do clear clear ornaments, Lydia. So I think if you look up on YouTube, you'll see a bunch of people who have like tips and tricks for things you can do with them, and they might be the expert. Actually, they are the experts. I'm not an expert. So you know, maybe ask one of them. Okay, I need a I just want like a hair of just like this spot of brown. Okay. For some reason that one was way easier to control. No idea why. So we're gonna start with kind of our base of the tree. And you can paint onto the tape. So this is what I have so far. I don't think it's anything spectacular, but it looks like a tree. So, you know, score. Um, so for this tree, I want it to have, it's going to have cobwebs all over it because that's the goal. So glue and more better than paint. Would it, uh, um, so if you put glitter on the inside, it won't peel off. Assuming that your glue will stick to the plastic. So again, you might want to go find another channel that does this a lot. They might use Mod Podge or something like that instead of like a school glue. I don't know if one works better than the other. But the the biggest problem with glitter all the time is glitter falling out, like falling off and falling everywhere. So if you put glitter on the outside, then it's gonna just forever, as long as it's in your house, and maybe 10 years after that, there will be glitter everywhere. So on the inside, it'll stay. Um, but yeah, so I don't know what you want to do with that information, but um, so I'm going to take some black paint, and for my top of the tree ornament, or I guess thing where people put like a star, I'm gonna put a spider because I'm gonna put cobwebs all over this. So I really want it to be very spooky Halloween. So I'm just gonna go and try to draw a spider as best I can, which isn't great, but you know, whatever. And then draw the legs. Yeah, I would definitely like see what other people think because I don't know, but I do know that a lot of things don't stick to plastic, so you have to be really careful. Cool, yeah. Okay, so I don't think I made the spider's butt big enough, so we're gonna make this puppy larger. I guess it might have made sense for its head to be up, but I wanted its head to be down, so that's what we got. Okay, spider tree, spider tree. Okay. Now, before I put the cobwebs on, I'm gonna put everything, all the decorations on the tree that I want, before I go and put the spider webs on, because the spider webs are gonna be kind of over everything. I'm gonna do a very Halloweeny colored tree so that it all kind of works together. At least that's my goal, but we'll see how things go. I'm just using a bunch of different colors. Oh, that is bright. Oh, I want yarn this color. I think that Hirschner's just released a yarn that is like exactly this color. It's like so neon green that it's yellow, which is apparently what my hair is supposed to do, but I don't think this green's holding on too well. But anyways, um, and these neons are good because they have a lot of white in them, like I said earlier, so they should show up on the dark tree background. I think I'm gonna use a different brush for the ornaments because this doesn't really give me the shop I want, you know. Let's see. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, so get some of that orange. And okay, so this became almost invisible on the tree. So it's not quite sticking out like I had anticipated, but that's okay. We'll just keep on going. Probably would have been better if I put a white base down first, but I didn't think about that. Okay. And then I'm just placing color all around the tree. I might do a garland, that would be cool. Okay, so I'm gonna whip out the brush. I'm gonna dip into another color. And this doesn't need to look perfect because, again, we're gonna be decorating it with a lot of cobwebs. So, just, have fun with it. That's what I'm telling myself. I'm like hoping that that's the case. I didn't even pick up that much paint. Oh, motherfucker. Maybe like some like icicle looking type shapes. Okay, and then let's just dive into purple. Purple's showing up really, really well. So give it some time to shine. Okay, and then there's this like, oh man, I just like rammed my thing into it. Got way too much paint. Okay, so this is what my shitty tree looks like right now. Okay. We get it. Haha. I'm a terrible artist. Okay. So normally on like trees, I like to have like my family does popcorn, but the popcorn is gonna look too much like the spider webs, just in color. So I'm thinking I'll just do like maybe lights instead. So I'm gonna find a really, really fine brush. They're putting on the paint on the inside, not outside. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so this is a pretty thin brush. This is a thinner brush. Okay. So I'm gonna roll this in black, and I'm gonna roll it on the side of the palette to get it nice and fine and thin. And then I'm just gonna kind of wiggle it around, not necessarily doing like distinct waves, but kind of more organically like like string lights would be. Some spots might be a little thicker than others. It's okay, it's just a painting. No one's life depends on this being good, so thank God for that. Okay, so put the lines on there. You can barely see them, which I think is a good thing. And then I'm gonna start putting lights on there. So I guess I'm just gonna use the same colors that I used for the ornaments for the lights because they're really bright and they stand out, and it'll be cute, I think. Now I know lights go on technically before the ornaments, so don't get on my case, please. I'm just making this up as I go. I really don't have any technique or method to my madness. Okay, I'm gonna go straight into that reddish orange. This one's the brightest, so I don't want to overuse it. Okay, just a whole fucking brush in there, I guess. This is okay. This is not terrible. It could be worse. It could be better, but it could be worse. Okay, I'm gonna go into that like bright green. First, I thought Mel was like in there, like having a sneezing fit, but it's just a dog sighing heavily, I guess. This is a fun tree. It's fun to paint. It does hurt my wrist quite a bit, so I won't be doing a whole lot of this anytime soon. So enjoy this while you have it. One final thing before I start the cobwebs is I'm going to take some white on this really thin brush, and I'm going to do highlights on the bulbs so they have a little bit more dimension. Now OMG, I'm going to get hooked when I do this too. Yeah, it looks fun. And it's a nice way to, make every year special. Maybe every year you do like you know, you have like a special one that you do. So at first I was like, what if I did a cobweb going all the way down the tree? And then I was like, cobwebs on real trees are gonna cut on like all of these branches on the way down. So I might have lines going down to different lengths, and just kind of see where things go from there. I think what will mess this up is if I do too many cobwebs. I think it'll really lose the effect that I'm trying to go for. That looks cool already. Now I feel like I gotta like live up to my first spider web, which is right up here. So I think maybe I want to. Man, I already made that line too thick. Okay, we gotta commit. There's glitter, and I literally haven't used a speck of glitter. It's stuck on from other crafts that I've done, and it will never go away. They have worn nail polish for them on the inside and not the outside. That's a smart idea. Maybe I'll put like a spider where it's way too white. Kind of goofed on that one. This one's not as neat as my other one, but my hand's starting to get tired, so kind of can't help it. Doing the best that I can, but my hand's already like literally shaking. And then like maybe like a few like loose. Really thin little. I don't want to overdo it. I'm really afraid I'm gonna overdo it. Okay, so now I'm going to take the white and I'm going to clean up some of the places in the snow where things didn't kind of go as planned. It's also going to give like a little bit of this finish the white has to the rest of the snow. Now I want to do some dry brushing of the tree. I'm just like worried I'm gonna have too much. Just to kind of give it like that, like it says snow on it, kind of look. You know what I mean? I really don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Okay, I'm just kind of doing like white dots because the dry brushing isn't working so well. No idea how to control this paint. The thing about watercolor is it's so easy to erase, where it's you kind of just like everything is like adding on itself with with acrylic. Okay, I put some snow on the spider. Does that make sense? I don't know. Um, not sure what I have like snow piled up kind of like on the tree. You can still kind of see the roots through it. That looks nice, I guess. I don't know. And then I'm gonna do a white highlight. Maybe this is too much. I don't know. I'm getting next time I go to Walmart and I get the ball screen. That's gonna be so cool. So I'm gonna like try to do like the thinnest highlight of all time on the light string, just so it doesn't get like lost in the mix. It's kind of getting a little muddied out. So I'm just kind of lightly, barely touching the paper, going over that. I don't know. Does that scream Christmas tree and cobweb? It kind of looks good from afar. Up close, different story. But one thing I do want is I want to make it a black widow spider. So I want to put some red on its back. I'm just going to dip directly into the tube. I really don't need that much. Okay, so it's not showing up super great on the black, so I'm going to dip into that red, orange, and that's a little better. Okay, so it's a black widow spider. Great. Looks good. Looks like snow on it too. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. re-put some snow on the spider. Just to kind of give it the illusion of having been snowed on. Okay, so this is my cobweb Christmas tree. Let's take off the tape and see how it looks. Now, sometimes this tape can rip the paper a little bit, so hopefully it's not too bad. It's taking off the top layer, but it's not the worst. I literally almost fell out of my chair. So I think I will, maybe I'll write something on this. I don't want to say Merry Christmas because I kind of want to incorporate like the spookiness of it. Come on, bitch. Yeah, tape does not like this paper too much. Okay, so I know whenever I use my paint markers, first of all, these are a little bit too thick for what I'm imagining. And whenever I use my paint markers on watercolor, they tend to dry out a lot faster, and it's really hard to use. So I'm going to use a really thin brush. The one that I've been using. And I'm going to try to write on this. This may be where I ruin it for all eternity. This is not going well. Shouldn't have written on it. Should I say Hexmas or Christmas? I know some. I might want to send this to Winter. I think Winter will be the person who would appreciate this the most, so I'm gonna send this to them. And they do not celebrate Christmas, they celebrate Xmas. Water. Okay, so it says, have yourself a spooky little Xmas. So I think that that is what I want to send to Winter. Shh, don't tell them. And I'm going to cut this to fit the frame that I have. I hope it fits. I hope I taped off the right size. So, so yeah, I guess that's it for today. Just an hour. So yeah, so thanks for sitting with me while I made the cobweb tree. So I hope you enjoyed it. I actually had fun doing this, even though my hand hurts like hell. I will talk to you later. I also posted 2 other videos today. One is about insurance. If you don't have to worry about that, don't worry about it. And then the other one was about, it was a gag gift kind of directory or like list. And these are kid friendly, family friendly. The other ones will not be family friendly. So, so yeah, that's something to look forward to. So, so yeah, so I hope you have a good night, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.